So I used some molds to make these soaps. I think they're cute. But the other day I decided I wanted to make some Dubai chocolate, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could make some chocolate bars in these shapes? Here's the butterfly one. Let's see how well that one turned out. Come on, fingers. Here we go. I used some red dyed chocolate on the bottom to try and give it a little bit of a, where they do like just the drizzle. But when I used it on all of my first batches of chocolate, and for some reason, when I pulled it out of the molds, it's sticking to the molds instead of. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. It's not beautiful, but not bad for a first try. All right, let me get the dragon one. Here is the dragon. Alright, here's the dragon. I think I just broke off a horn or something pulling it out, unfortunately. Alright, well. Looks like I missed a spot on the chocolate there. Otherwise, it's pretty cool looking, though. It's not perfect, but for a first attempt, I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe I can just stick the horn back on when I melt some more chocolate, dip it on there, and stick it back on. And he'll be good, and I can just spackle up that little side there, maybe. Alright, next, okay. I just got this Medusa mold in, and I'm thinking I still have enough left over to make this. I'm not going to fill it all the way to the top because that would be way too big, but I just think it would look really cool, so I'm going to give it a shot. I got to wash it first. Oh, but also I made these gift box things, and I made these little boxes, and you can see the stuff is on the inside of it. So I thought it was cute. It looks like a little present, a little Dubai chocolate present. Anyway, I'm going to make the Medusa one next, and I'll show you how that one turns out. So I have finished filling in the rest of those little gift box things I have, and I'm making another batch of the mixture. So I'm taking half a stick of butter, I'm going to melt it in here, and I'm going to add 1 cup of the katafi flour. Sorry, not flour, I meant to say dough. So this is basically just finely shredded fila dough. So if you can't find this dough locally and you don't want to order it, you can get fila dough, which is more readily available if you have a way of shredding it really fine like this. I'm just going to take this 1 cup, and once all of this butter is melted, I'm going to put it in there to toast it. I couldn't find pistachio nut butter because it was sold out everywhere, I guess because everybody's making this. So what I did was I got 2 of these 12-ounce bags of wonderful pistachios, and I blended them up in my food processor until they were a creamy nut butter. So I think it came out pretty good. It's nice and creamy. So it made about 2 cups of nut butter blending up those 2 bags. You only need ½ a cup for the recipe. So this is my 4th batch that I'm making. You're going to need 2 batches, two packages of the chocolate. Now, I prefer dark chocolate, but I couldn't seem to find those blocks of dark chocolate, so I added this to the melting chocolate to make it darker, because I just prefer that more. You also are going to need tahini. You're only going to need a tablespoon of this. So ½ a cup of pistachio butter, 1 cup of katafi dough, 1 tablespoon of tahini, and ½ a stick of butter is what you're going to need. Oh, and of course the chocolate. Butter's all melted. I threw in the dough, and I'm just going to make sure it absorbs all that butter. And I'm going to keep it in here until it gets to more of a golden brown color instead of this whitish color. I'm just putting the chocolate in the mold and smearing it around to make sure it gets in all those little crevices and up on the sides. So you need to make sure that you're covering it all, because this is going to be the top of your bar. You don't want a bunch of holes in it. You saw how my first attempts had a couple of holes in it that I didn't see. I think I made the chocolate too thin on the sides, and when I was demolding it, it flaked off, which is why I had some open windows on the side. So I'm going to make an effort to make it thicker around the sides so that doesn't happen again. Dough is toasting up. I am going to go ahead and mix up my filler. All right, so you got to make sure that you mix this together before you put the dough in here. All right. Let me see if this is done toasting yet. Stir it up. Yeah, it looks like it's toasted pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that burner off and pour it in here. I'm also going to turn on the chocolate on the back burner to start melting that. So I've already got those other molds chilling in the fridge. So I'll just do the one that's chilled the most, which is going to be the Medusa one. I'll do that one first to put the filler in it. And then we'll put the chocolate topping over it and put it back in the fridge to harden. And we'll see how it turned out. And we're going to mix this up nice. All right, so that is ready to go into our chocolate. Here's our Medusa mold. I'm going to put in the leftover filler that I had from last night first, which is a little stiff because I had it in the fridge. This is going to be a chunky one, and I'm here for it. All right, I'll save the rest of the filler for the dragon and the butterfly. And I'm going to put the chocolate on top of here when it's done melting. So I think I'm going to see if the dragon's ready for filler. All right, it feels like it's firm enough to take it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this filler in too. All right, so I'm going to get this filled. I'm going to fill it all the way because we do need to leave headroom for the chocolate. So that's why we're not filling it all the way. All right, so I got all three of them done with the filler. Now it's just time to put the chocolate on top. All right, let me get the double boiler. So I just use the same technique I use for my soap and just put a glass measuring cup inside of a pan of water. All right. Guess I could just pour that on top, huh? And then I could just smooth it out. She's thick with 3 C's. Our final step, we're gonna see if this second time turned out better than the first one. This is the first one for the Medusa. I want to do this one first because I'm super anxious to see how it turned out. I mean, for some people, Medusa holds a special meaning. If you know the story of Medusa being a survivor of, whoop, you know what, can't say because everything is censored nowadays. All right, hopefully I made the outside thick enough this time. We shall find out. This is the moment of truth. Uh-oh. It didn't come out all the way. No. Poor Medusa. No, it didn't work out. Oh, that's too bad. I was really looking forward to this one. But it did not come out of the mold very well. I guess I should have made it thinner like I had originally planned. Hope that the dragon turns out better. All right, here we go. Here we go. Moment of truth for the dragon. Let's see if it worked out better this time. Maybe it's not meant to be for chocolate. I know it's meant for like candles and resin and stuff like that. Or I used it for soap and it worked out great for the soap. But let's just see. All right. that one actually turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with that. What do you think? Isn't it cute? That's so adorable. I love it. All right, cool. At least one thing turned out good. All right, last one. We're going to do our butterfly with the skull and the wing. That one turned out really good. Yeah, so I just had to do the chocolate a bit thicker for it to come out right. Oh, yay! All right, well, I guess the Medusa maybe wasn't thick enough on the bottom with the chocolate, but these other two turned out pretty good. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great day.